Hello, welcome to easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey and I'm joined by horse racing pundit and betting extraordinaire Jake Johns, who hopefully for us Easy Odds viewers is gonna pick out the winner for Day 2 Championship race, Queen Mother Championship Chase. He's already done his preview of the Champion Hurdle, which hopefully you've already watched and commented on. Apparently, he should be having egg on his face from that previous video.
Yeah, he definitely should be.
So go back and watch that video as to why he should have egg on his face. But let's knuckle down here and sort out Day 2's feature race in the outright betting market.
Yeah.
Let's run through some of the main runners and as to whether you think they've got any chance at all.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm going to go through favourite, just go down. Okay, I'm going to start off with saying Underso is going to win. If he goes round, if he doesn't fall, he's going to win. Like in all his other chases, he's won every chase he's finished. He was absolutely demolished rivals in the Clarence House last time at Ascot. I can't see anything beating him, to be honest. This is a pretty poor renewal of the race. There's a few...
Is there any worry over his jumping?
I mean, he actually learned a lot. He fell in a... The race was actually called at Leopardstown over Christmas. The Paddy Power, so quick, so easy. Geez.
Oh, and did he make it so quick and so easy?
He didn't. He fell, but he looked like he was going to win. But after that race, in the Clarence House, he really looked like he'd learned from that fall. He was a lot more careful with the fences. That's why I think he's more likely to win now than ever. Okay. Probably even more likely than when he won the Arkle last year, because he was mental then. He just shoots off, runs away like mental. But he looked a lot more mature in the Clarence House. So that's why I definitely think he's going to win. But I'm not going to bet on it. I'm not going to tip it because it's too short. It's odds on. Best price is about 4 to 5. You can add it to your accumulators from the first day for the fourth time and make it a five-fold accumulator, a little bit more cash if you want to do that, or you can put on loads of money just as a single, but I don't recommend that.
But elsewhere, where are you looking?
Okay, next up we've got Sprinter Sacra, who was obviously a monster back in the day. In his novice years, he was just ridiculous, a ridiculous chaser. Won the Arkle by an absolute street, won the Tingle Creek by a street, won the Champion Chase by a street, and then he had a few wind problems, had a heart problem, and it just all went downhill from there. He was really poor last year. He lost at Dodging Bullets. He was really poor in the Champion Chase. He brought it back this year, which is why he's second favourite. He looked back to himself in the Chase at Cheltenham. He absolutely cruised to the front and won on the bridle by lengths and lengths and lengths.
Yeah.
He battled past Side Grugy over Christmas, which showed he had battling qualities that a lot of people didn't think he had.
Okay.
But to beat Underso, that wasn't that good form though. I mean, I think it was a brilliant race. It was unbelievable. He jumped a really nice jump at the last, took over Side Grugy and won the race, but I don't think the form of that race is that good because Side Grugy got absolutely battered by Underso last time. So in the Sprint Sacra, if he's going to win, he's going to have to utilise his high cruising speed, and I just don't think he's going to be able to do that against Underso, who's just going to be able to pull it out at the finish, and I can't see Sprint Sacra battling past him at the finish. So he's 5 to 1, but he loves Cheltenham as well. I mean, the best thing ever. I mean, there's no bigger fan of Sprinter Sacra than me. If it was my heart tip in this, I would say Sprinter Sacra is going to win by a million miles. Because I want him to win so. If he won, it would be the moment of the festival. Definitely, I think it would be so good if he won. But I just can't see him winning, so I'm gonna have to go in my head. And I think he might place, but he can get him at 5 to 2 in the betting without market, which was actually all right. But I'm going to go elsewhere. I'm going to go for a little bit more value than that. Next up, we've got Vautour, who's not going to run the Champion Chase, but people are just the bookies are just kind of holding their backs for that. But he's not going to run, so don't bother betting him. But it's normally a no bet, so if you want to, you could, I guess, but he's not going to run there. Dodging Bullets is next up in the betting in the normal market at around 10 to 1. He won it last year. Poor renewal, probably the worst renewal ever of the Champion Chase in recent memory for me anyway, and probably my whole lifetime. But to be fair, I was against him that day. Paul Nicholls just bought him out of the fire somehow, improved him insane amounts. He actually beat Sprinter Sacra last year, but it's a bit better renewal this year. Sprinter Sacra's better. Underso's in it. We've got a few others who hopefully be better. He also hasn't run yet this season, so we don't know what he's like at all. I wouldn't be going there.
And what's his best price?
He's 10 to 1. Dodging Bullets best price 11 to 1 with Betfair in the normal market, and he can get him at 7 to 1 with Bet Victor in the betting without market.
But you think there's no chance of a back-to-back win for him?
No, I would say absolutely no chance of a back-to-back win, but I did say that last year as well. So. Next up, we've got Traffic Fluid, who actually no, we're not going to go Traffic Fluid first. We'll go Special Tiara, trained by Henry de Bromhead. Actually ran really well this year. Should have won in the Tingle Creek behind Side Agrugi. Side Agrugi jumped out left on the final fence, literally knocked him sideways.
I did hear about this.
Yeah. He came back massively at the end. People were telling me that Side Agrugi was going away at the finish, but he wasn't. And anyway, he got knocked sideways. He was pretty much had to go from a standing start. So I think he would have won that day. But I still don't think he's good enough for this, to be honest. He's never won at Cheltenham in 3 attempts. He probably doesn't have the class. He's trained by Henry de Bromhead, who's really good with these chases over 2 miles, but he probably just isn't good enough for this. But could be quite a nice little, quite good in the betting about market, where you can get him also at 7 to 1. He's 14 to 1 in the betting with market, so with Understow he's 14 to 1. But I can't see him sitting off a pace, and he might not be able to cope up with Understow, so he could drop back a bit. So yeah.
So that's still not your tip?
He's still my tip. We're still waiting for the tip. Going down, and it's getting bigger price. Next up, we're going for Traffic Fluid, who I was going through before. Really hard to assess. Trained by Gary Moore. Wasn't great as a novice. Really improved last time in the Clarence House. Almost stayed on past Side Agrigi to become second to Understow that day. But he's really likely race. He's only run once this year, and that was that run.
Yeah.
He could improve a lot from then. Gary Moore has improved chases over 2 miles massively. Armad is an example, who was not a good hurdler, and he's been amazing this year. He's won both his races very, very nicely. But he got Traffic Fluid got destroyed by kind of average Paul Nicholls chaser Petit Zig last year. Probably won't be good enough. Definitely won't be good enough to win. But it's hard to tell at the moment whether you can place or come second or anything. And we're still not at my tip. We're going down. Next up, we got Simon Sig. Looked like could be an absolute superstar, but got injured. Was off for 2 years. He won the Neptune ahead of Felix Younger by 7 lengths in 2012. He absolutely destroyed. It was like kind of sprint sacra style. Okay. So Nicky Henderson's going to have to absolutely do a miracle with this, or same as with a little bit more of a miracle than with Sprint Sacra. He's only run once this year over hurdles. He got beaten by Bobsworth. The form of that race has been knocked back quite a few times. So Bobsworth have been pretty poor since then, and the horses behind have done nothing as well. John Ferguson horses, or they've been terrible. So I think that race might have just been an awful race, and he might have been not good enough at all. I'm not going anywhere near him, to be honest, because I just don't know how good he is at all. Yeah. That's the only one I've seen him in 2 years, and I can't judge anything on that. And apart from that, the form has been bad. So I'm not gonna do anything. And now we're finally. If you want to bet on, if you want to bet on Simon Sig in the about market, you can get him at 7 to 1. In the with market, you get him at 16s to 1, which is pretty nuts. But I wouldn't do it. Now we're at my tip.
Here we go.
He's 33 to 1 in the with market. Don't go anywhere near it because Understow's going to win. But he's 25 to 1 in the without market, which is very, very interesting to me. Very interesting indeed. He's called God's Own. He finished second in the Arkle last year. He's been held on to by Tom George. He absolutely needs good ground as well. So if it comes up soft that day, don't bother. I'd probably wait until the day. It's not going to get that much shorter.
Okay. So I'm going to put you on the spot here, Jake.
Yeah.
If the ground doesn't suit him, and the people are watching this tip come in, who would you bet on if it's different ground to what this horse needs?
I would go for. I'll probably just do a little one and just go.
Okay.
I'll probably do a big bet on his maybe like £20 or £30 because that's just because he's good on all ground and he'll probably win. But if the ground comes up good, and it usually does because it's spring ground at Cheltenham is usually going to be good to soft or good ground, and he will love that. He's been held on to by Tom George. Tom George has already said that he's not going to ride him in soft ground ever again. He's only ridden once this year. It was in the Holden Cup at Exeter where he came third. It was soft ground. He hated the soft ground. He runs really well fresh. He hasn't run since November, so he's going to be, because he ran really well last time in the Arkle fresh, and he's going to be fresh this year as well for the champion chase. He came second, like I said, to Understow last year. He was held up that day, and if a lot of horses are going to try and take on the scope, they're going to try and be up on the pace. And if God's Own is held up again, like he was that day, I could see him picking up the pieces massively and running a good race in second, because he ran a really, really nice race in second last year. He jumped right that day. If he sorts out his jumping, he was actually going better than Understow 2 out. He was going very well. I didn't back him, but 25 to 1 in the betting market seems like massive to me. Not many races have entered in the champion chase fold this year. Understow would have won the champion chase last year, and this horse finished 6 lengths behind him, and not many horses can say that.
Yeah.
So I think 25 to 1, good ground, God's Own, in the Champion Chase, in the betting without market, is a really nice
price of, what was it, 20?
He's 25 to 1 in the betting without market.
25 to 1,
He also,
good.
and if you don't think he's classy enough, he's won a Grade 1 at Punchestown, an actual Grade 1 chase at Punchestown, where he had a lot of good horses behind him. Felix Younger, Boulder Success, Champagne Fever, they were all behind him that day. I think he has a great chance of placing second. If Sprint Sacra, the form, if you think about Sprint Sacra and Cider Grigi, isn't that good. Cider Grigi's got battered by Indusole next time. Traffic Fluid, Cider Grigi, Sprint Sacra, going on all that form, they should be a lot further down in the market than that. Special Tiara doesn't go well fresh and hasn't run for a while and shouldn't be good enough. Simon Sig could be anything. If it's back to his old form, he could be brilliant. But I mean, that would be insane if he somehow comes back to that old form. It doesn't usually happen.
Yeah.
So God's Own at 25 to 1 in the betting about market seems a really decent price.
Excellent stuff. So that's the tips there for the Queen Mother Champion Chase from Jake Johns. There's God's Own in the without market, or if you don't fancy that and you do want to bet on the favourite, either stick him in a 5-fold with the opening day, 4-fold, or back the favourite at a pretty big stake.
Yeah.
Those are your 2 tips there.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and make sure that you download our Cheltenham app for the best odds, offers and free bets with easyodds.com. Thanks very much for watching.
Bye!